Welcome, my people, to Men Are Trash. I'm your host, Alexa Layton, and I'm just so happy to be here, honestly. Like, it just warms my heart to be able to sit down and unwind and talk about how garbage men are. But let me give you guys a brief intro. Men Are Trash is a place where women can come to share experiences and combat the feelings of insecurity that come from a man doing them dirtier than the skid marks in their drawers. Kind of like what Beyonce did with Lemonade, except in podcast form. Every week. Think of this show as AA for the battered, brokenhearted, and maybe even a little bit bitter, but trying to get better, women of today. And for the guys out there that are listening, don't worry. We're not here to bash you. Okay, who am I kidding? We're here to bash you. We get bashed by members of the opposite sex in more ways than we have time to name. I'm talking TV, music, the internet, the barbershop, the trap, you name it. Where's our platform to get these jokes off and hit 3-piece combos on the punching bag that we wish were you? Men Are Trash is where we can come together and hopefully learn some lessons and prevent future garbage from entering our lives. You know, like we did that, so hopefully you wouldn't have to go through that. Anyways, at the end of it all, we can And at the end of it all, we can turn to our neighbor and say, "Don't even worry about it, baby. Men are trash." This week on Men Are Trash, we have my dear cousin, Inan. She is a director of mathematics at an elementary school? A middle school. You don't have to say the name of your middle school. Yeah. Or you can say the name of it. We're going to bleep it out. And I have her here on Men Are Trash today because not only does she get to see the youth male population and see where the trashness is stemming from, but she also has some trash male experiences herself.
Yep.
We like to start every episode off with an antidote. A nice little story of a trash-ass experience we had with these men.
All right, so I think the most recent experience I've had was on Tinder. So you always say like, fuck these apps, but all my friends have like found love on these apps. So first I had Hinge, but Hinge matches you up with
what the hell is Hinge?
Hinge is like it takes your Facebook friends and then matches you up with friends of your friends. But I went to all white schools. So all the friends of friends that I was getting were like
white guys.
Those white guys are not even like the cool ones. The ones who work on Wall Street that were like Nantucket Red. Those ones. Wow. I was like, no, I'm done. Thank you. So I deleted that. Mm-hmm. Then I got Soul Swipe.
Okay. So got a little more black.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I got mostly on Soul Swipe? Hey, like I'm hanging out right now. Do you want to get some pizza and smoke some weed at my house? Like I just like I don't even know you. I don't even know you.
Sounds like a bunch of hipsters. Bunch of broke ass. I can't afford a real date, but you can come smoke with me.
Right, exactly. So no. And then I was like, let me get Tinder. Got Tinder. First couple days, I see this beautiful man, like Egyptian, 6'4", nice build, like beautiful. So
why
I'm like,
the hell he on Tinder?
Exactly.
Okay.
So I should have known. I'm just not that discerning at all.
Yeah.
So I go, we're like, let's meet up. He's like, let's get coffee. I'm like, sure. And I'm lazy, so I never like to go far from my home. So we go to a Starbucks near my house. I can drive there. It's cool. Get there. He looks a little raggedy. Just a little bit, like disheveled. Like
okay. Not looking like his Tinder profile.
His pictures. Right. We sit down.
But he wasn't completely a catfish, though, was
he?
No,
he was so cute.
Okay, same guy. Still the same guy.
He doesn't get anything. So I'm like, this is weird. But anyway, I get my tea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, you chose this place, sir. Anyway, and he's telling me about his life. And he told me that he was like, had a really rough upbringing in Egypt. and his parents sent him to America, and he's like ran in with the wrong crowd. So he like joined a gang, was like shooting people.
Okay.
And started selling heroin.
Wow. In 2018? Niggas is still doing heroin out here?
I don't even know what heroin is, right? Like, I
wouldn't even be able to, yeah. Like, if I saw it, I'd be like,
what's this, heroin? No, like, I don't know.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay. He was like, don't judge me. Like, it was, a different part of my life. Okay. Then he's like, his parents were upset with him, so they sent him back to Egypt, but he still found a way to get back here and continue selling heroin.
Wow.
He's like, someone died. Someone actually died from the heroin he sold them.
Really?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I mean, doing heroin, death is definitely a risk. It's definitely.
So he goes, but I stopped that. Like, I'm straight laced now. Then he goes on to tell me that he's working at Kith. He was working at Kith.
Okay.
And they sued him for embezzlement because he embezzled $20,000.
What? This little Egyptian badman is like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
Right. So in my mind,
embezzlement from Kith?
Embezzlement.
Okay.
So he upgraded his crimes. He's like,
you know what I'm saying?
High level crime.
Yeah, now he onto white collar crime.
Right, which is great. But not for me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm by Flatbush, where Brooklyn College is.
Yeah.
And there's Target. I was like, I know I need a few things. Let me, like, this date is a dub, but, like, I need to get my things. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm going to go to Target. He's like, okay, I'll come with you. We're in Target. He's trying to hold my hand. He's trying to give me kisses.
You didn't even buy my tea, sir.
Exactly. So we move on. I'm like, no, I'm good. Get to the register. I pay. Like, clearly I open my wallet. I pay. We get outside. I'm like, okay, like, I'm going to go now. He was like, oh, wait. Like, do you have any money?
Hold on, Mr. Embezzlement. Why do you care? Like,
I was like, no, why? He's like, oh, I need to borrow $10.
What happened to the $20K you took from Kith?
Literally.
What happened to that?
I don't know. So I just was like, no, I don't have any money. That's a lie because he saw that I had money in my wallet at the store.
Of course.
He was like, oh, okay. Will I see you? I was like, sure. Then I blocked him.
Bro, what?
Yeah. And he had his own clothing line.
Like they all do.
Exactly. Every single, they all have their little side hustle.
Oh, got my own clothing line. Where? Then why do you look fucked up? Exactly. Why aren't you wearing your own clothes?
Literally.
Like,
why do you look disheveled?
Yo, what the hell? So where'd he get that nice ass picture from? He probably took one cute modeling picture and put that.
But he's just naturally good looking, so.
Yeah, really... but like, what's going on, bro? I thought like Egyptians, they got some real strict like family values.
He went rogue.
Wow, son. That's why I don't use dating apps. You see? That's why I don't use dating apps because you never know who you're gonna fucking meet. Mm-hmm. Like, you just met a heroin selling, embezzlement doing.
Shoot up. Bang, bang.
Oh, and he be shooting niggas. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. No, but he was looking like an Egyptian prince on Tinder,
literally.
Though.
Prince of Egypt.
So misleading. Like, you see, I can't. Mm-hmm.
What's your anecdote?
My anecdote. All right, my God, I have so many, but trash mail experience. Okay, so this guy, he was a football player. I mean, we gonna bleep out his name anyway. So, who used to be the quarterback for the, and then he went to. And I don't know where he's at now because he's fucking trash.
Okay.
He's trash for real. All right? And any nigga who's a fan of football will tell you he's trash. But anyways, so he's trash on the field and trash in his personal life because, so I met him he hit me up on Instagram years ago. And when he hit me up on Instagram, I also wasn't like a heavy Instagrammer. Mm-hmm. And it was before the whole like secondary DM thing where like people go to your like your like spam before they hit your real inbox. So everything was just going to your inbox. So I saw his DM and he was like, he just said something generic like, hey, can I have your number? Some shit like that. And so I looked at his profile, and all I saw was like football pics, like literally just whatever. And so I'm like, I don't know you, nigga. And that was back in the days where like I didn't talk to anyone on social media that I didn't know. Like I was one of those like, oh no, you're not gonna get me. You're not gonna. Yes, like I'm not. You are not about to trick me. I don't know you're not trying to kidnap me. I don't know what. I was just super like social media like conscious, and so I didn't know him, so I ignored him because I'm like, the fuck, I don't even know you. You talk about give you my number, like what? So I let him like sit there for like a week, and then I went and hung out with one of my friends who's like really into sports, one of my girlfriends, and we just got to talking, and I was like, yo, some dude like hit me up on Instagram, like you know him, like you're into sports and shit, like you know this guy, and she was like, bitch, he's a quarterback. Talk to him, and I'm like. Like, and she's like, just talk to him, just give me your number, just see what he's talking about. So I'm like, all right, in true groupie fashion, I slid him my number, even though I wasn't really trying to hop on the groupie train, but whatever. Slid him my number, we got to talking, and he started inviting me out. Now, the first couple times I kind of dubbed it because this was a couple years ago, and I wasn't, like I said, like I was very like conscious about meeting people on the internet. I'm still kind of conscious about that. Much less now, but and so I dubbed it a few times when he invited me out because I was just like, I'm not going out by myself. Like you're a stranger, like stranger danger. Yeah. And my friend was like, bitch, you're tripping. Go out with him or I'll come with you. Like blah blah. So he invited me to 40/40, and I was like, okay, I'll come, but I have to bring my friends. So I brought my homegirl who told me to talk to him and like my other friend. So we get there. He like has one of them back rooms or whatever. It's him and like two of his teammates. So, it's like 3-on-3. We're all like chilling, playing pool, listening to music, eating. Sorry, I had to burp. Drinking. But I noticed the entire time that he was barely interacting with me. Like, barely. And I'm saying, like, if I'm someone that you legit hit up on Instagram to come, aren't you going to be like, hey, how are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your favorite color? Where are you from? Nothing, bitch. Not one question about me. And we were supposed to go to the club after that. But we didn't because we were all just, like, chilling so hard that it turned out to be, like, 4 a.m., and we were like, okay, we're, just going to go home now because everything's done. And it wasn't until 4 a.m. we were about to leave that he was like, so, when you going to be my girl? Nigga, what? What are you talking about? You don't even know my last name, my middle name, my favorite color. You don't know where I'm from. You don't know anything about me. But now it's, when you be my girl? Like, what are you talking about? So I'm looking at him like, yo, what do you mean? And he's like, y'all going to come back with us to the hotel? No. Like, are you dumb? Like, what the fuck? No, we don't. I literally don't know you. Even though we've been here for like at least 4 hours, I don't know you because you didn't even have the decency to come sit down and talk to me. So whatever, he sent us home in a Uber, and I was like, yeah, I'm taking my ass home.
Yeah, goodbye.
After that, he hit me up a couple times, and I dubbed it again because I'm like, you're just a waste of my time. Like, you're clearly not interested. And first impressions mean a lot to me. Like, there's rarely a time where you can, like, change my first impression of you. I'm definitely, like, an action type of person. Like, talk is cheap, but if I observe your actions, you know what I'm saying? I like to believe people's actions over their words. So I was like, I'm dubbing him. My friend was like, no. Same homegirl was like, no, give him another chance. Go out with him again. So I'm like, all right. He invites me to 40/40 again. So I'm like, all right, this time I'm going to go by myself. And it was during the playoffs for basketball. So, but I had never been to like a playoff type of whatever event. So I get there and it's every fucking Instagram model, every booty model, every football players and all their teammates is in there. Like, it's one of those type of, like, scenes. You know what I'm saying? So I pull up, and I'm like, okay. I find him in his section with his teammates. And, he gives me, like, an initial acknowledgement, but then he kind of, like, leaves me to, like, fend for myself. So he's like, hey, there's food there. Here's a drink. And then kind of, like, just goes about, like, watching the game and talking to his teammates. So I'm like, okay. So I get to talking to this, like, stripper chick next to me. She was pretty cool, you know, and whatever. We became friends. And she was like, you coming to the club with us after? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, you know, the vibes are weird. And as I'm talking to her, like, I'm just observing the room, and I look to my left, and I see, like, these other two girls. I mean, there were a lot of girls, but, like, the girls that were immediately next to me, I just decided to, like, strike up conversation. And something told me to ask them who they were here with. So I was like, you know, who y'all here with? And they were like, and I was like, oh, okay.
That's nice.
He on his group date shit. All right, cool. This ain't my nigga, so I can't be mad. Like, I really wasn't mad. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But this the type of time we're on? Okay. Cool. So, whatever, I ain't saying nothing. Game ends, and he's like, we going to the club. And I'm like, well, before I could even, like, respond, he shoves a Henny bottle in my hand that's already been opened, and he goes, put this in your bag. And I'm like, what? Like, why am I... What? There's Henny at the club. Why am I putting this in my Louis bag with no top on it? If this shit spills, you're buying me another one. But anyways, he's like, here, come on, we taking this with us. Let's go. So I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just go with the flow, see what happens. So I'm thinking we're me and the two other girls and him and, like, the stripper chick that, you know, and her nigga, whatever, we're all going to go together. Because, like, she was, like, talking to somebody who was on his team, whatever. No, bitch. We get outside. He calls the Uber, and it's just me and him in the Uber. So I'm like, okay. All right, whatever. So hop in the Uber. I got this fucking full-ass Henny bottle in my bag. This nigga starts, like, trying to kiss on me, like, hug on me, feel on me, like, and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? Like, you you didn't even talk to me the whole time we were there. Like, you barely, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't even have a real conversation. So I'm like, yo, chill. Like, what are you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? So the ride from 4040 to house was pretty awkward. And we get there, and I'm like, all right, I'm only going to stay here, like, maybe an hour or two and dip because it's just, like, too weird for me. We get to the club. It's the same fucking thing. I'm in the section. All his teammates are talking to me, having a ball. He's barely interacting. So I stayed there for about an hour, and I was like, you know what? I'm out. I'm dipping. I got work in the morning. I'm gone. He's like, okay, I'll walk you out. We're walking out, and he gets lost in the crowd. So I exit the club before him, and I didn't even wait, because I'm like, I had enough. So I hail the first cab and dip. 5 minutes later, he calls me, he goes, where are you? And I'm like, oh, I tried to call you. I didn't try to call him, because who gives a fuck? Yeah. I'm like, I tried to call you, but you weren't answering. I called a cab. I'm going home. This nigga goes, oh, why'd you do that? I'm coming home with you. What's your address? What? Who said that?
Is he serious?
He literally told me he was coming home with me. Didn't ask me. Told me. So I was like, excuse me, sir. Let's cut all this bullshit. You're not coming home with me. No. Okay? I know what you want. You're not getting it. You don't deserve it. He was like, oh, nah. I'm too drunk for all that. You tripping. Like, I don't even want to do all that. I just want to come sleep. Like, I'm too drunk. And I'm just like, what?
You just want to come sleep?
I'm just like, nigga, do you think I'm stupid? Like, you really think I'm stupid, don't you? And he was like, wow, you fucked up. I live all the way in Jersey. You will let me drive home drunk. You won't let me come stay the night. I'm drunk as hell.
An Uber.
Fam, it's not even that. You are the quarterback to the New York fucking Jets.
Anyone will drive you home. Anyone.
You can get an Uber. You can get a hotel. Anyone will drive your ass home. Are you fucking serious? You think I'm going to feel guilty for leaving your ass at the club? Get the fuck out of here. And that's what I told him. I was like, you're a grown-ass motherfucking man. Figure it out. He was like, wow. All right, I can't fuck with you. I was like, yeah, you can't fuck with me. Sorry. After that, like, we didn't speak for, like, maybe, like, a month. Or maybe, like, 2 weeks. He hits me up on Snapchat. Hey. So I'm
Are you serious?
So that's why I'm like, yo, what the fuck do you want? And he's like, what's your problem? And I'm like, what do you mean what's my problem? Like, why are you hitting me up? Like, what do you want? And he's like, what, acting super clueless. And I'm like, dog, do I have to recount how you were acting the first 2 times I met you? Like, and he was like, oh my God, if I did anything to like offend you, I'm sorry. I was drunk. Like, I'm really sorry, blah, blah, blah. Like, please, take my apology. And I'm just like, what? Like, what? Like, how you don't remember that? You're lying. How you don't remember all that shit?
I'm hella confused.
He was like, let me make it up to you, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, child, probably like a month later, like, we went out to dinner, but it didn't amount to shit. Like, he was on the same shit that he was from day one. Like, just doesn't give a fuck. Honestly, you know what? Do we have time for this? Okay. Yes. So, you know what? Okay, boom. So, I decided to give him a third chance. My dumbass. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, all right. Like, he said he was drunk. Cool. He takes me to see Jay-Z. When Jay-Z was touring for his 444 concert series. Now, this is
recent.
Right. So that was like, so mind you, I met him like maybe like 3 years ago, or 3.5 years ago. And then we didn't talk for a mad long. So after that situation, we didn't talk for a mad long. Like, he had hit me on Snapchat apologizing, but we still didn't speak for mad long. Then he hit me up out the blue and was like, hey, I just want to like see you kind of reconcile. Like, let's go to this concert. So I go with him. Mind you, it's cold. During this time when Jay-Z was doing that 444 shit, it was cold. So, and then he's also signed to Rock Nation. So, like, yeah.
Okay.
So, so I'm like, all right, cool, we can go. I live like only 10 minutes from Barclays. I'll link you there. So, I came cute, but it's a concert. You know what I'm saying? So my style switch, I like to like be girly from the neck up in the winter, and then like boyish from the neck down. But still be fly though, you know what I'm saying? A bitch still gonna be cute. So, I wore like a flannel with some like boyfriend style jeans and like some like nice kicks or whatever. Like, some fly sneakers and like, face beat, hairs down, whatever. Like some casual shit. I pull up and this nigga's dressed like, pretty much the same way. Like, casual, but, still, cute, fly, whatever. We get there and it was cool in the beginning. We like played a little bit of basketball on the basketball court in the Barclays. Then we went to the Rock Nation suite or whatever. They had food and drinks. We chilled there. But even still, like every time I chill with this nigga, his vibe is weird. Like he barely like talks. So I was like, mostly vibing by myself or talking to other people. Like, whatever. After the concert's done, we hop in Uber and the plan was we were supposed to go to the movies. He gets in the Uber and he goes, yeah, driver, take me back to my house in Jersey. Excuse me, I don't live in Jersey. So I was like, I have something to do in the morning. So you can I live like 10 minutes that way. You can just drop me off. And he was like, oh, okay. Pull up to the crib, and I'm like, well, bye. Thank you for the, nice evening. He goes, yeah, bye. Like, it's real dry. So I'm like, all right, later. I leave, go upstairs. The next day I hit him, and I'm like, I had a good time. Thanks. No response. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Day later, he hits me up, like, yeah, you're welcome. So I'm like, what's good with you? What's your problem? He goes, well, to be honest, I couldn't really vibe with you because you was dressed like me. I said, what? He was like, you was dressed like me. Like, I couldn't really... Yo, do you understand? I blacked.
You should.
I blacked out on him. You mean to tell me that you couldn't enjoy my company because I was dressed casual? I was dressed like you in sneakers and jeans and a flannel shirt? Like, are you serious? Are you fucking serious? And I'm like, yo, what is this, the fucking 1930s? Like, a bitch gotta come dressed like a Taz's angel for you to enjoy her company and talk to her and, like, actually make good use of the night? Like, I'm not showing up to no fucking concert in no goddamn bodycon dress and heels. Are you dumb? Mind you, he took mad long. We took mad long to get to the suite because he didn't know where it was. So we had to walk around the whole Barclays to find where he was at. If I had on heels, I would have been pissed.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show you, like, we had this whole argument. This nigga ended up calling me a soul sister because,
What?
yes, called me a soul sister because I was like, yo, son, like, I'm not going to adhere to whatever, like, standards you have for a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be walking around all, like, uncomfortable because you want to be around a bitch that's always in a fucking tight-ass dress or a skirt or whatever. Like, mind you, the first 2 times I met you, I was dressed that way. I wanted to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm not about to do all that. He was like, okay, you ain't got to get all soul sister on me. I was like, you know what?
The audacity.
You know what? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I gave you too many goddamn chances.
You sure did.
And that's why men are fucking trash. Literally trash. But anyways, enough of the anecdotes. Inan is a director of mathematics at a middle school. And I wanted to know, like, since I've been embarking on this journey to find out why men are so fucking trash, I've learned that almost everyone's flaws stem from childhood. I want to ask you, do you see any behaviors from your students that you think, if corrected, you could save a young boy from growing up to become a trash-ass nigga?
Yep. You have to start them young. I think you notice, so the way that children interact, children are all about themselves. So they think mostly about who they are and what they want. They don't care about other people's feelings.
Yeah.
But you can slip a few things in and out into like their brain to get them thinking about, wow, other people exist and like I should care and be nice. There was this one boy in my class, he was like passing a little note to someone. And I always tell them, like, I love when you pass notes because I'm going to read it out loud and shame
you're one of those teachers.
Like, if you want to pass notes, I'm nosy. I want to read the note. I want to see what's good. So
I used to hate those teachers. Oh my God. Like,
yep, that was me. And I would read it out loud. I don't care what you're saying. Like, I'm reading it.
I'm reading it.
So he decided he was going to give this girl a note that says, suck my dick.
Wow. Okay. And these are what grade?
He was in 5th grade.
Wow.
So I was like, let's talk about this, sweetie. What does that mean? He was like, I was like, no, like, did you want her to suck your penis? Is that what you wanted? He was like, I didn't mean it. I was like, but why did you send it? He was like, she made me angry. And I was like, damn. Already you've been socialized to think that when a girl gets you upset, you demean her in a sexual manner.
Yep.
I was like, I'm going to be real honest with you. Sex is a consensual, pleasurable act for 2 people.
Yes.
It should never be used as a punishment or for a way to upset someone.
Right.
If you're upset with someone, you don't want them to have sex with you. Like, you don't want to engage that way. And I was like, listen, let's say your mom is at work and her boss is a man and her boss is upset with her. Would it be acceptable for him to say to her, suck my dick? He was like, nah, like, I'm coming for him. I was like, exactly. So why is it okay for you to tell this young girl she should suck your penis? Like, you have to say penis for kids.
Yes.
Because that word is so uncomfortable.
Right.
So, like, he was in his seat shaking. He was like, why do you keep saying the word? I was like, because you wanted to do that. You thought it was okay.
That's what it is.
And it's not.
The word dick has been normalized and used so many in like social.
Everyone's comfortable.
You know
with
what I mean? But penis.
We're not comfortable with that word.
Once we starting scientifical.
Exactly.
People start getting vagina and penis
people
sounds.
like,
people get scared of that shit. So yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Yeah,
he
penis.
Was like, I don't want to be having this conversation. I was like, that's too bad.
You
That's
you and now you don't want to have it, but you wrote it in a note though.
Once I had a boy, this girl, she was drinking a water bottle. So she's drinking it. He goes up to her and goes like this on it. And then splashes that shit in her face. And like, I know what that means. You know what that means. Everybody knows what that means. So he gets detention because our school were like very strict about that type of stuff. Yeah. His mom calls me at like 7:00 at night. Yo, Miss Barry, you're a pervert. It's like, what?
His mom?
Yes. His mom called me.
That's crazy.
I was like, ma'am, what do you mean? She was like, my son told me that he just tapped the girl's water bottle. I was like, He sure did not tap the water bottle. He took his hands, wrapped it around the water bottle, and moved it up and down in a circular motion, and then splashed it at the end. And we all know what that means. So I'm not the pervert, but I'm not going to say your son is a pervert.
Right.
If I said that, I'd be fired. I was
Really? You get fired for that?
Oh. You cannot say any, like, you cannot talk to parents any kind of way because they, like, the school will be like, oh, no.
See, that's why I could never be a teacher, because my ass would have been fired within the week. Within the first week of me getting hired, I'm fired, because there's no way.
This lady tried to fight me and my co-teacher.
Wow.
But we can't do anything about it. We have to remain professional while she gets to act crazy. Anyway, so I was like, I hung up on her. I was like, I'm not going to talk to you right now while you're being aggressive on the phone with me. Like, we can have a calm conversation when you're ready, or you can call my principal and have a conversation with her, but you're not going to yell at me on the phone. Goodbye. Click, click, click. I wish I had a flip phone. Just
banged
click,
it on him. Yes. For the emphasis.
Nah. But, like, little boys.
See, that's where it stems from. It stems from them learning these behaviors, whether it be from other little boys, seeing older men acting that way, or the internet or whatever, and nobody correcting them.
Nobody says anything.
You have his own mom calling you to talk about how you're a pervert.
Ma'am.
Because you're listening to your son, who just switched up the whole story and said he tapped the water bottle. Your son knows damn well what he was trying to do. And this is the shit. This is why there's grown men out here that are still doing similar things. Like, there are grown men out here that are still catcalling and still disrespecting women openly, because throughout their entire lives they've been doing that and nobody's told them otherwise. Right. I'm really happy that you know what I'm saying.
No, I make it a
made it a
thing at my school. Like, we're all about respect, especially in my classroom. Like, you disrespect someone, I'm stopping the lesson, I'm stopping whatever we're doing, and we're talking about it, because you can't, not just respecting women, disrespecting people in general. You can't live this life without understanding that people have feelings, people have their own opinions and their own thoughts, and you don't get to decide it for them. Simple as that.
Right.
So, like, I show them lots of videos by, like, prominent females in the workplace.
That's good.
Like that. Oh yeah, and I do it specifically for the boys. The girls,
yes.
the girls are good.
Yeah,
they're good. But the boys need to see, like, we out here and we're about to take over. So
yes, the girls don't need, and it's annoying, because when we have these conversations about our youth and kind of preparing them to be adults, and preparing them for, like, sexuality, the conversation is always focused on teach your girls, protect your girls, like, make sure your girls know.
Don't go certain
cover
places.
Up. Don't wear your clothes, don't wear shorts.
Don't have sex.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't do that with boys.
Don't drink. Don't go out with guys. Blah, blah, blah. Where's the conversation for the boys? Right. Where's the conversation where they tell boys, hey, you have to have consent in order to even touch a girl, to kiss a girl, to hug a girl, to have sex with a girl. You need her consent. Right. You know what I'm saying?
But she says
don't disrespect a girl just because she has on a mini skirt, a dress, or some shorts. It's not okay if you just be like, damn, baby, let me tap that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not cute. It's not cool. It's actually very rapey.
It's so rapey.
Extremely rapey. Speaking of prominent women, not too long ago, Gabrielle Union, I read an article about how she was asked her stepsons and her nephew to show her the hottest girls in their school and show her their Instagrams. And she said that every single one of them looked the same. Light skin, small waist, boobs, and ass, curly hair.
Right.
And then she was like, okay, well, can you show me, like, the prettiest chocolate girl? And they couldn't give her one. Mind you, these boys are young. And, like, it was just really striking to me to see how, like, this shit stems from a young age. Like, and I'm just like, what? It just made me think, like, what is happening? Like, what is triggering these young men and just young people in general to think that beauty is only, like, one thing? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's only, like, the light-skinned girl with curly hair. Like, when there's so many other, amounts of melanin, like, out there. You know what I'm saying? There's so many shades, flavors, sizes, like, looks, like, textures of women. And why is it that it's only the light-skinned, you know what I'm saying? The young light-skinned girl that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you said you went to an majority white school. for all white school for college, and I wanted
And high school.
And high school.
Right.
I went to majority white school for like elementary school and middle school. I want to know what your experience was like with like colorism and just being like a dark skinned girl surrounded by white girls, and then you have your white guys, and then even your black guys who probably aren't even interested in you. You know what I'm saying?
They sure weren't. Like high school, you start getting cute, you start your hormones are popping, like you want to start dating, things like that. And all the black, I assume like I'm black, like I'm gonna date a black guy because that's all I've known. Like I'm Jamaican, like our family, we don't really have any whites in our family, so I'm like, okay, like, I can talk to these dudes. But they made it so clear. They were like, nah, like, we're not talking to any black girls. Nah, y'all are, like, really aggressive, and you talk too much, and I'm out here, like, white girls are easy, and, like, I can have sex with them, and I won't be able to have sex with you, so I'm not talking to you. Straight up.
Wow.
All of them. And, like, you have to think about it. These boys come from not just America. They come from the Caribbean. They come from Africa, because our school tried to recruit as much diversity as possible.
Even though
and they were like, nah, we not doing that. Literally, like you would not catch one black couple. I did not see one my entire 5 years.
How many students did you have at the school? Like
my school is 350. So about maybe 25 black people.
What? Wait, 350 people?
Students.
And that's small.
It's very small. And then I went to college. And same thing. And I'm like good friends with these black dudes. They're like,
wow.
Yeah, nah, we're not doing that. We're not talking to black girls. They're like, y'all are cute, whatever. Y'all are cute. But no. I remember there was this one black dude. What was his name? Troy. Troy Whittington. He was like 6'6". Every single girl wanted to be with him. Not me though, because he was not cute.
Yeah.
But he was like a tall black basketball player.
Yeah.
So
strapping, tall, black athlete.
Right. From Brooklyn.
White girls are going to be all over that.
He was dating one of my friends, then dating another, then dating this white girl, then dating all these other people that I knew. And so we were like at one of these senior dances or whatever. We're like dancing because we're from Brooklyn. We're friends. Like it's anything serious. These two black girls who were seniors came over and were like, why are you dancing with her? He was like, because she's my friend. He was like, they were like, no. I was like, but he don't want y'all either.
Wait,
like
what? They came, so
the black girls came to me and was like, you can't be dancing with him because they liked him. And I think he had been hooking up with one of them. But it's like, sweetie, he's hooking up with you and 5 other girls. A different girl every single day. And you think you're special? I was like, sweetie, it's okay. It's okay. Do your thing.
Child, and that kills me too. It's like men are trash, and then these women like it just kills me when women like let it's just like they let their they don't understand that it has nothing to do with you, boo, and you shouldn't be out here trying to like be combative with other women over a nigga who's just plain trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, you fighting with another woman is not going to change the fact that this nigga's still going to do whatever the fuck he wants to do. Like, whatever qualms you have, you need to take it up with him and not be over here trying to start beef with other women.
Right. And he was really, really dark-skinned. So he was not going to talk to any girl that was super dark-skinned. Because I feel like a lot of the really dark guys feel like insecure about their darkness.
Yep.
And they're just like,
and they're like, they don't want no dark kids. They don't want, you know what I'm saying?
You're a dark kid.
You're a dark kid. And your mother's probably dark, or your father's probably dark. Both of them are probably dark. You know what I'm saying? It fucking kills me. It's like the mentality is just like, it's literally like ludicrous to me because what the fuck? Like, you don't like your own race. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you be dark-skinned and majority of the time their moms be dark-skinned, but you don't like dark-skinned women? You know what I'm saying? And I've counted that so much lately, like on all spectrums, whether it be regular niggas or like famous celebrities. Not too long ago, I was hanging out with one of my homegirls who's like a club promoter, so she knows like a lot of people and like a lot of celebrities and stuff. We went to the club and like we were at like table, and his like tour manager, she's a tall, like dark-skinned girl. And she's really pretty, and she's Jamaican. So like, when I had met her, we like clicked, and she was like super nice. And she was like, "Yo, come back with us to like the house. We're having like a house party after this. Come chill with us." And she was like, oh, and she like made a comment like, these niggas don't do black girls. So if there's another black girl in the crew, it's because of me. And I was like, wow, okay.
And that's just known.
Yeah, she was like, these niggas don't do black girls. So if there's another black girl in the crew, it's because of me. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I was like, this is something that like they don't even like, they're not even discreet about anymore. Like they're just like, yeah, we don't do black girls. And then I've seen it so many other times in the club. Like, I hang out with like a lot of Hispanic, Latino women, and when I'm in the club with them and like there's like celebrities that are in our section or whatever, it's like you can tell like when I look at them and I look at the other black girls in the section, like you can tell who they gravitate towards. It's always the Latin,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Mind you, not all of them, but like at least half of the Latin girls that be in the section got ass enhancements, boob enhancements, lip enhancements to look
black, like
a black girl.
Yeah.
But, they just have the straight hair and the light skin, and that, all these black celebrities rather choose them than their own black sisters. And it's just very, like, it's very discerning to me, because it's like, what the fuck? You don't like your own race?
Yeah.
A lot of black men out here don't like black women. And it's like, so I'm just like baffled by it, because how do you not, like, your mom is black. So how are you, you know what I'm saying? What are you going to say to your, you know what I'm saying, your kids?
Right.
Like,
no, because their kids won't be black. And
facts,
to them, their kids won't be black, right?
Yeah.
They'll be like, my kid is going to be mixed, or my kid is
whatever.
half white, but they would never say my kid is black. Even though, you know what? The rest of the world would.
The rest of the world is going to say your kid's black.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
for the most part.
I don't want to get on my Hotep shit, but it's definitely like a mentality that's been ingrained in people since slavery days. And if you're not conscious of it, you perpetuate it. And so
exactly,
they're just like,
and they
right
try to pass it off as preference, and it kills me. I hate that fucking. I'm starting to hate the word preference, son. Really starting to hate the word preference, because why do you have that preference? Let's talk about that.
Exactly. Where did it come from?
Where did that preference come from? Your mom's black, your father's black, and you're black.
Right.
But all of a sudden you have a preference for light skin.
Right. Where'd that come from?
Where is that coming from?
Right.
Hello, it's coming from the house nigga versus field nigga.
Exactly.
Like, from slavery, fam. Like, and nobody can convince me that, it's just my 100% own preference to only like light-skinned women. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Exactly.
Doesn't make any sense at all.
Exactly, because there's
when you grew up in a black household.
Right.
It's not like your mom, you know what I'm saying? I can understand if you grew up and your mom is light-skinned and like her sisters are light-skinned, so your cousins are light-skinned, blah, blah, blah. So it's all you're surrounded by.
Right.
I could kind of get that. But you grew up with black people. When I see black men that are darker than me talking about I have a preference, but you only grew up with black people, you know what I'm saying? You're a Southern black man, you know what I'm saying? You're not any type of Latino, or even if you're Latino, there's a lot of dark-skinned Latin people out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of them. I feel like they don't
like to embrace that side, though.
Yeah, they don't. But I feel like there's a lot to the point that it's not like, they try to make it seem like the light-skinned Latino is like the majority and like the common thing. But there's so many dark-skinned Latinos, and they don't.
Colorism is real.
Yeah, and they don't show you that, and they don't tell you that part. But there's a lot of them, and it's so much so that it's like, I believe that there's either equal amount or more dark-skinned Latinos than there are light-skinned Latinos, but the light-skins are the ones that get the most shine and the most, airtime. So you're led to believe that, that's the majority and that's the norm. But, yeah, like, you can't tell me that you prefer light-skinned women over dark-skinned women when all you've been around your entire life is dark-skinned women. Or
even our own cousins.
Yeah,
like Darius told me when we were about 13, he was like, I could never date a girl your color or darker. His mom is my color. Yes, our dear cousin.
I want to fight.
No, we can fight him for sure.
Yeah, let's jump him next time we see him.
No, now he's like changed because he was like 12 at the time.
Child, honestly, his last couple girlfriends have been Spanish.
Oh yeah,
no shade to the Spanish community. No shade to Latinos.
They look at him and they're like, "Oh, papi." They love him because he kind of looks a little Spanish or whatever. But no, the most
dress is very eclectic.
Is darker than me.
Oh,
like,
okay.
God,
yes, thank God for once.
Finally.
This nigga, I kid you not, my sister's boyfriend's little brother. Mm-hmm. So what would that be? My something-in-law?
Yeah.
My brother-in-law?
Yeah.
My brother-in-law. He made a comment, and my sister was so
Which one?
Was so affected.
Brit or Ariel?
Brittany. He said something along the lines of, I only like, light skinned girls. I'll never date a black girl, dark skin. I can't date a black girl. He's black. He's darker than me.
Blackity black.
Blackity black. Crusty black.
Mm-hmm.
And you talking about you only date light skinned girls? So my sister was like, what's wrong with you? What are you talking about? How is that? You know what I mean? Your mother is dark skinned. Mm-hmm. And he legit said, well, dark skinned girls aren't pretty. So you think your dark skinned mother isn't pretty? Oh, that's not what I'm saying. Oh, that's exactly what you're saying. And I just need men to understand that what you're trying to pass off as preference, it's not preference. And it's not preference coming from a unbiased place. It's coming from the house nigga feel nigga mentality that the closer in proximity you are to whiteness, mm-hmm. the more valuable and the more attractive mm-hmm. you are. And the closer you are to being black, African black, mm-hmm. Straight up black, you're not desired.
Nope.
You're not, you know what I'm saying? You can get thrown to the side. We don't need you. You're not exotic enough.
I hate that fucking
for
word.
Me. And it's it disgusts me. It really disgusts me.
It is. And I don't like to get into these arguments with these dudes because clearly your level of thinking is not on the same plane as mine.
Yeah.
You clearly do not love yourself. If you can say, I don't like that woman because of her dark skin, and you have dark skin, you're uncomfortable with who you are.
It really puts your insecurities out on the table. You're not comfortable with who you are. And I can't date a man. I don't want you if you're not comfortable in your own skin. You have some self-work to do. And you're about 20-something years old and you still ain't done this work, you shouldn't be dating nobody. You need to go
get therapy.
You know what I'm saying? Seek therapy, seek some help. Go read a couple history books. Please. I got a couple suggestions for you.
Do we all go to the same schools?
You know what I mean?
How do I have this knowledge and you don't?
But
were you paying attention?
Well, they don't really teach this in schools. I'm not going to lie. I didn't start learning about my blackness and embracing my blackness until I left college. And when I went to school in Miami, and my school was predominantly Latino because it was Miami. You know what I'm saying? So it's I didn't learn anything about my blackness in college. Nothing. No, it wasn't until I left college, moved back to New York, and just started making friends. Mm-hmm. And just, luckily, God was like, bitch, you gonna open up your eyes. Because you know what I'm saying? Because I grew like you, my elementary school experience and middle school experience was predominantly white. Mm-hmm. Even though I went to the ghetto middle school,
it was still
I was taking all my classes where I was literally the only black girl in all of them. Even though my school was majority African American.
You were in the advanced
because I was in the advanced classes. So I still only was surrounded by white people until I went to lunch and gym.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At my first year in middle school, 7th grade, I was I saw it was a culture shock for me, to be honest, because I went from entire elementary school being the only black girl all the goddamn time, having to succumb to, you know what I'm saying?
All the whiteness.
To all the whiteness. So everything my white friends wanted to do, I had to do. I took so many L's being the only black. So many fucking L's.
What else?
Being picked last for fucking sports teams and fucking any activities being picked last. When it was time to partner up in projects, not having a partner, getting mind you, I had white friends who I would hang out with every day and go to recess with, but when it came time to to really to sit down and choose who you want to partner with for projects, kid you not, I'll never forget this day. This one girl, her name was Megan Dorsey. We played soccer together. You remember Megan Dorsey? My cameraman. We went to the same elementary school. So now you get to hear how I felt about elementary for real.
Please. Spill the tea.
But yeah, there was one girl named Megan Dorsey. We used to hang out every day, and we both played soccer. So even outside of school, we'd see each other because we played city league soccer, and like always together, like hung out all the time. Been to her house, you know what I'm saying? And I remember one time we were in like math class, and my teacher or whatever class, she was like, "Okay, you guys, pair up. I'm gonna let you guys choose your own partners. Pair up for this project we're gonna do." She sat right in front of me, like directly right in front of me. So I'm like, Megan, like, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be partners. Megan turns around, I kid you not, and goes, "Oh, I'm already partnered with Samantha or whoever the fuck." And I was like, "Bitch, when did you have time to choose your partner?"
She just said it.
She just said it. Like, she legit just said, "Choose up." How the fuck did you choose? How the fuck did y'all? And I was like, "Oh, okay,
Megan,
heard you. Okay, cool. I ended up with some random dude that didn't have a partner just like me, but for his own socially awkward reasons. You know what I'm saying? I just ended up with that partner because I was black. And that's the
same as being the weird kid.
Okay? Blackness, and being the only black person and being the socially awkward person was the same fucking shit.
Wow.
In elementary school.
I had
was
a different experience because I went to an all black, all Caribbean elementary school. So I never,
lucky you.
When I first went to middle school with white people, I was like uncomfortable. So like I never had white friends, never really spoke to a white person.
Wow.
So it was like, who are these people? And
see,
they did not like me.
See, that's how I felt when I went to middle school, because for the first whole year I was still in like a white environment, but like then I'd get lunch and gym and I'd be thrown into like a predominantly black environment. So it was like a culture shock because I was like, wow, like for the whole 7th grade I was still white. And then I was like, nah, I gotta get black friends because they just have so much fun. Like, look at them. We used to have block parties, and block parties used to be fucking
those
lit.
were amazing.
And they would play all Soulja Boy. They playing all that shit, and everybody's dancing. I'm over here with the white people just sitting down, looking awkward. And I'd go to lunch sometimes.
That's not Brooklyn. The white people were up.
This was Florida. And I'd go to lunch and they'd be like, "Whitey," like all the black people would be like, "Whitey, you call me Whitey." Yeah, because I had classes with white people, and the thing is, the reason why I had all those classes with the white people was because my elementary school, the program I was in, continued at that middle school. So it's like I knew them already, and we were in the same classes, so like all my friends are white. But we're in a predominantly black school, so they're like, "Whitey," and I was like, "Nah, fuck this shit."
Yeah.
After 7th grade, I was like, I need black friends. Like, I'm gonna be in classes with all these white people, and I'm still gonna have my white friends, but I need black friends. I need to assimilate. And 8th grade, I was like, nope. I'm like, we in this bitch. Yeah. I had all my black friends set up, like, you know what I mean? But, like, yeah, like, it was a culture shock for real because the whole time through, like, elementary school, I was like, didn't feel like I actually fit in.
Yeah.
And I went to middle school and still felt like I didn't fit in with the black kids.
Did you date?
No, elementary school.
Trying to talk to you? Not elementary, middle school.
Middle school, dudes tried to talk to me, but I was such an awkward girl that I didn't lose my virginity till after my first year of college was done.
Yeah,
so,
same.
Yeah, it wasn't even, I was awkward as hell. Yeah. Like, and I liked black boys. I think in elementary school, I liked white boys because that's all that was around me. But
that's
then
cute.
Ciao.
Did you like Adam?
I had jungle people. I thought he was super funny. Like that's why like we're cool. I just thought he was super funny. Like I remember we used to sit in like, they used to have our desks arranged in like 4s, and like so it'd be like me and you, and then we'd like facing each other, and like that's how they would put it around the group. So like it'd just be like stuff that we'd be like the teacher would say, and like he'd always make like a
Right.
fucking funny ass comment or some shit.
I love those kids.
And then also why I kind of liked him was because like he was a little bit in tune with like Black culture. Like he would say shit that I could like relate to, and I'd be like, oh, I fuck with you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like that's why I liked Andy. But
Andy, I'm sorry, I called you Adam. My bad.
No, Andy. He has the whitest name, Andy Hinkleman.
Yeah.
Like, your last name is extremely white. But anyways, but yeah, back on topic.
Yeah.
Like it's just, it's like it's a weird experience for sure. Growing up Black, you know what I'm saying? Especially growing up Black in like predominantly white environments, and it just kind of like really, you're confused a lot of the time. Until, like I said, I got to the point, I was confused for a long time. Until after college, when I started to, you know,
pick up a book.
Yeah, pick up a book. And I had to learn from other people and pick up books that they suggested to like really learn about my Blackness and learn, you know, where shit like this stems from, where, you know, light skins being praised stems from, and this whole preference thing stems from.
And it's real, especially as Jamaicans. Like, how many people bleach their skin to be light skin?
That's another thing that's really fucking sad, son. Like, as much pride as I have in my Jamaicanness, you know what I'm saying? It's sad that I can still go back to the island. I was just there last year, and people are still bleaching.
Yeah.
People are still bleaching their skin so that it looks lighter, and they look gross. You can tell when someone's bleaching because they just look the like complexion. It's raw. It looks like raw meat. Like, it doesn't look natural at all. And it's like, you don't love yourself. No. And as much pride as Jamaicans have in being Jamaican, it's like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like
the proximity to Africanness is they want to erase it.
Yeah, and it's like you why am I losing this word? It's like you like debunk the whole pride, all the pride you have because you want to be white. Like, you negate everything. Like, and it's just now so hypocritical. It's like, baffling. And it's like it's what makes it worse is that prominent figures, Vibes Cartel. Number one.
Free Vibes.
Free World Boss all day. You know what I'm saying? He's really the GOAT. But this man bleached his skin. You can look at pictures of the old Vibes Cartel to the new Vibes Cartel. Two completely different complexions. And it's sad, bro, because everyone in Jamaica looks up to Vibes Cartel.
Right.
He is number one, the teacher, world boss. He's in jail right now. Free him. But everyone looks up to Vibes. He is the GOAT of reggae dancehall music, aside from Bob Marley, but Bob Marley didn't do dancehall. He's like the GOAT of dancehall music, and he's bleaching his fucking skin. Like, do you understand the message that sends to not only the country, but like generations of Jamaicans? Right. You know what I mean? Like, thankfully, I feel like millennials were becoming more woke, and we're, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're able to discern things like this and realize and see it for what it is. But like, my parents' generation, like, you know what I'm saying? Even there are still girls that are from my generation in Jamaica that are bleaching. Right. You know what I mean? And it's just, it's sad, bro. It's sad. Like,
you know what's coming up? Like, what's emerging? It's the Black dudes who give a lot of lip service to Black women. Like, oh, Black girl magic, protect Black women, support Black women. But at the end of the day, they're not with any Black women. Like, if you look back at the people who they're with, they're all white, or they're all light-skinned, or like they're all Latina. And it's like, okay, you support me, you want to protect me, you think I'm going to change the world, but yet you can't find one of me that looks beautiful, that you could share your love with. Get the fuck out my face.
Exactly.
It's like the ones who are up front and are just disgusting, I'm over y'all. But now I'm coming for the ones who are like, oh, I love Black women. Do you know?
Yeah, it's fake. It's because it's all part of this, like...
It's a marketing tool.
Yeah.
To be like in with Black women is so powerful right now. You can make a lot of capital because off Black women.
And that too, we like contribute to so many markets, beauty, fashion, like literally it all comes from us.
We're always trending.
It's always trending. Okay, whether you realize it or not. Okay, whatever the new thing the Kardashian is doing,
we did it.
It's from a Black woman. Always, all fucking ways.
I'm tired.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's like annoying because it's like the new thing nowadays with social media and all this popularity shit to just say things like, oh, invest in black women. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Support black women. But no one's being held accountable for the action behind the words. Like, are you actually doing the work behind it? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you say support black women, but are you supporting black women? Are you investing in them? Are you helping a black woman start a business? Are you supporting a black-owned business?
Right.
No. No. You know what I'm saying? No, you're not.
They're not.
You're
because
not.
It's easy just to say it, but not to do. And it's like, even in the workplace, I'm a very direct human. Mm-hmm. And if I say something to someone, and one of my white coworkers says the same exact thing, immediately I'm taken as the aggressive.
Aggressive. Always. Always.
Like, she just said it.
Always.
They love the Beckys at work. Oh my God. She's making change for these brown kids. She's doing her best for the brown kids. Fuck all that. So am I. But because my tone is like a black tone.
It's your skin color. It ain't even your tone. It's your fucking skin color. Because your skin color is threatening to them. That you know what I'm saying?
I'm 5'4". Barely like 115
Niggas
pounds.
try to say,
how am I threatening?
You got a Nicole.
Who am I gonna threaten?
Have nobody ever told you had a Napoleon complex?
Oh, I sure do. I absolutely do. That's like a real thing. I'm not gonna hide from it. Like, yes, I wish I was taller and like more powerful, but I can't threaten anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Are you kidding?
You're literally.
You can
like
hurt me. Yeah, I know.
Literally like this.
These people can hurt me, but like people are afraid of me, and they've been afraid of me since high school when I went to all white school. They were like, "Oh,
yeah, because you have a voice,
right?"
And it's annoying that it's like black women are on their own when it comes to this thing, and it's like we should have our black men there to help us. You know what I'm saying?
If we don't help them, black women are trying to destroy the black family. Black women are trying to destroy the black
How?
man.
We are the black family.
Thank you.
We are the black family.
Thank you.
Majority of black men aren't in their kids' lives. Like, I don't have any real statistics on hand right now, but we can Google that shit.
We can find it.
You know what I'm saying?
They're there.
Like,
I don't want to say they're not there.
A lot of them.
Really, if you think about it, like historically, black women are holding it together.
Because we were... Historically, back in slavery days, we were separated. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And they did that purposely. Like, if you
obviously
destroy a family base, you destroy a person's mental state.
You cannot build wealth if you don't have a family. You know what I'm saying? If you don't stick together as a family, you can't build wealth.
And like those feelings of isolation and like just being apart from your people, your culture, that does something to you. But at the same time, don't talk shit about what I'm doing or not doing because I'm doing everything.
Exactly. And then men want to, oh my God, we can get into so many goddamn topics. Yeah, even the child support topic, dog. Like, and we know that's another systematic way, set in place to keep the black family down. But I feel like men need to get hip to these things. And like, if we as women can see these issues, why can't men? And as men, y'all need to like open your eyes and start making the changes so we can like stop these cycles. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if women are out here realizing this shit and
doing the work.
And doing the work because we have no choice but to do the work. We can't just not do the work. We're not like men where we can't impregnate someone and then dip.
And then wish I could.
Wish we could. Actually, I don't wish I could because I would never
want to take a baby. You take a baby. You take a baby.
Right? I'm going to skeet in you. Y'all going to all have my kids. And I'm going to be deuces. See
you later.
Okay, I'm gonna go do what I want. You know what I'm saying? I want to have a career. Fuck y'all. Y'all take care of these kids.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We don't have that option.
Nope.
So
it's
like, and men need to realize this and start because at the end of the day, women can only do so much. Like as much as some women don't like to admit it, a 2-parent household is needed. Like men are needed. As trash as men are, we need them. You know what I'm saying? We need them to
don't
so
remind
sad. I know, right? It's so fucking sad. Like, you don't need them to like live a good life, but we need them to like, build strong familial,
And we need them to teach our boys how to be men.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot teach a boy how to be a man.
Yeah. And it's just so many boys are still growing up
confused,
trash ass mentalities, just like their predecessors. And it's like, we need y'all to really step it up. We need y'all to understand like the issues that we as women are facing, so that, because ultimately in order for them to change, we can only do so much. Y'all have to like take heed and change too, and teach the younger generations to do the same thing. So it's just, I mean,
you got me riled up.
riled up.
I'm riled.
And like, what do we need to do? Like, your director of mathematics, who would you contact to start a new course that's like a respect women course? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like or you know,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, what do we have to do? Do we need to make this a course in like middle school, high school, college?
It needs to be a thing. And so we've somewhat started that. So we do, like, in the spring, we'll separate the boys and the girls for like a semester, and we do advisories on body image and about how people are portrayed in the media, things like that, so they get a little bit more exposure. And I'm not in the boys sessions because I'm a woman, so they put me with the girls. But I'm hoping, just like through the curriculum that we've created and the lesson plans that we've created, that boys are being taught about vulnerability and about what it means to be a man, and that you don't have to prescribe yourself to this macho sense of being a man. Like, there's so many different ways to be that way. So I think that's like really what the problem is. Like, masculinity is so limited. Right now.
It's like you have to be within these confines to be a man. If you're not, you're gay.
Right.
You're gay, you pussy. You know what I'm saying? You're not a real man.
They're so afraid to stand outside of that circle. So just teaching them to like broaden the circle, but also to be comfortable if people don't agree with you or people don't accept who you are as a person. So yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Okay. At my school, at least. I hope other schools are also doing the same. My thing is, like, my big push is that I think people in our generation need to mentor young people.
They do.
Like, you don't have to be a teacher. You can just go into a school and be like, I want to talk to these kids about blank. Yeah. Schools are always looking for people to comment. Oh, always. Because
so how can someone do that? Like, formally go, what are the steps?
You can just go into a school, like in your neighborhood, and say, do you have any opportunities for people to come, one, volunteer with the kids, or speak to the kids about this topic? Like, I do speeches or public talks about this, and I like to talk to your students about it. They open. They open. We open.
I didn't know that.
September 4th to June 30th. Please join us.
I honestly did not know that. I thought it was like a super strenuous process, and they weren't like.
They're gonna like check your credentials. They don't want any like pedophiles around the children.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, you can definitely come into a school to talk to the kids for sure. Okay. Not that same day. Like, you have to set up an appointment, things like that. But you can definitely do it. And not even if you want to go into school, like. You're at the park on a Saturday, there's kids there all the time. Yeah. Scratch that. Don't do that. Because people be like, why is this old person talking to
they're not even going to listen to your ass. Yeah, exactly. They're going to be like, there's a weird guy on the basketball court preaching.
No, they're very clear. Like, don't talk to me. You're a stranger. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Don't do that.
I mean, sorry, stranger danger.
Stranger danger.
But you can, it's good to know you can go into schools and, like, set that up yourself.
And you can start your own programs and market them.
To close this out, what's your definition of a man?
Let's see. A man
what is a real man to you?
A real man is a person that is unapologetically himself and cares about himself, other people, and the world. He shows respect. He shows compassion. He can be vulnerable, and he's not ashamed to be vulnerable. And someone who just like loves life. Like, I think about a man as I think about myself, like the kind of person that I want to be. You can be the exact same way. The man can be the exact same way. You know, I mean, obviously, I'd want to do more girly things, but if he wants to do those things, he does those things. I just think the man that I would want is someone who is not afraid to be whoever he wants to be.
Yes, no fear.
No fear.
I like that.
That's attractive to me. Yeah. You're just like, yeah, that's me. And what?
Right.
Yeah.
I fuck with that. I like that definition. Well, thank you so much, Inan, for stopping by. Men are trash.
Basura.
And sharing your antidotes and the things you've learned with me. And I want to let you all know that even though men are as disgusting as a pile of garbage left on the side of this sweltering NY street in the middle of the summer, most of us are still going to go home tonight and lay up with somebody's bum-ass son. But don't even worry about it, baby, because as long as you remember men are trash, you're going to be okay. Thank you, guys, and tune in next week for another episode of Men Are Trash. I'm Alexa Layton, and we are out.